Good afternoon, vinyl community. This is Andy Nichols, the co-host of Two Legs Paul McCartney podcast, and this is my second video for my channel, Andy's Music Vault. And it's not another episode on another artist, but because yesterday was Record Store Day, something that I don't really partake in every year, unlike my co-host who wakes up at these ungodly hours and waits in lines. God bless him for doing that. Sometimes he actually has got me something. I don't do lines. I can't do lines. I don't like lines. I get frustrated. I can't do them. I won't do them. So I saw some titles that I kind of was maybe interested in and wasn't really grabbing at me. Anything this year anyway, or this record store day that is. I know there's another one in June, and the McCartney Women and Wives will be dropping. I think only in the UK then. But so being that today's the next day, I said, no more lines. Let's see if a local record store near me has what I want to have. And sure enough, this afternoon I took a ride and they did. So today I picked up the Elton John Complete Tom Bell Sessions, which I did not own previously. 6 tracks on this one. Nice and slow, country love song, Shine On Through, Mama Can't Buy You Love, which is the only song I know on this Are You Ready for Love and Three-Way Love Affair. Now, I know this was an EP at some point, and it was also on CD, I think, but I don't own it. The only song I know is Mama Can't Buy You Love, and that's a great song because it's got that, the Sound of Philly production all over it that Tom Bell is known for. So I picked this one up, and I had asked Tom to get it, but he actually was already going to get a copy, and our good friend Kid O'Toole, she wanted one too, and Tom's wife Nikki got one as well. And Tom's going to be doing his own kind of record store day recap video that with Nikki later that he'll post. We'll post under the Two Legs, and this is under my own channel, obviously. So I haven't opened anything yet, but let's give this an open. See, Record Store Day, Complete Tom Bell Sessions, 6 tracks containing the 2003 UK #1 single, Are You Ready for Love? Strictly limited edition in soulful lavender 180 gram vinyl. So let's take it out. I don't have one of those fancy knife openers things that Tom has, so I'm just using a good old regular knife and try not to cut myself in the process of doing it. Let's see. Here we go. Done. Okay. Let's see what this looks like inside of here. The Rocket Record Company. That's his label. Oh, this is nice. Very nice. Wow. They weren't kidding. The Rocket Record Company. Nice label. A little different take on it. So 6 tracks. So yeah, I've been looking for this one. I've been wanting to listen to this more often, but I don't know what other versions or formats the Tom Bell Sessions were available in. So that was one of them. The next thing I got, which I just kind of more of took a chance on because this is more Ethan Alexanian's area of expertise, this kind of 60s bubblegum music. But of course I know the song, and I saw Joe Mayo on his channel looked for this as well too, and I think he got this as well. And this is the John Fred and his Playboy band, Judy in Disguise with Glasses. Record Store Day, psychedelic, another one, purple vinyl. Again, I took more of a risk with this one because I only know the hit, Judy in Disguise, which obviously is a takeoff of Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Those of you that might remember that from the Summer of Love in '67. I'll consult Ethan Alexanian on this one because again, this is more of his foray. This kind of sunshine pop '60s psychedelic type music. It probably is good, but I figured I wanted to take a gamble on this one just to try it out because that is a good song, and that was a pretty cool looking cover. I thought so anyway. So we're gonna break the seal on this sucker as well too. I can do it right. Here we go. Not quite so good. Hold on. There we go. Let's check the old vinyl here as well. A little darker purple than the Elton one. But this is pretty cool. Sure it's very 60s sounding. John Fred, Andrew Bernard, Ronnie Goodman. Yeah, so this should be a good one to check out, even for the 60s kind of one-off that it is. John Fred, his Playboy band, Agnes English. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it sounds. If I don't like it, I'll sell it. But I have a feeling I'll like it. And it was a record. And again, I'm not a huge record store day fan. I think it's been exploited a little bit, and I'm mainly a cash in. I mean, clearly, but here we are, Tom and I. We buy this stuff. The last thing I bought today was not a record store day purchase, but I happened to see it in the store I was at, and I'm like, I can't pass this one up. And this one is the soundtrack to a movie, a very bad movie from the 1980s, which you movie buffs out there, Joe Mayo, Tom, actually maybe Tom has seen this one. This is the soundtrack to a movie called Scream for Help, and it's mainly written by John Paul Jones from Led Zeppelin. And my eyes gravitated towards it because I am a big John Anderson fan from Yes. And he's on this. He's on this soundtrack. I've never seen the movie, but I knew the one song, and the one song from the soundtrack is a song called Christie, which John Anderson is on. And it wasn't that expensive, so I bought it. And again, it's probably a very horrible movie from what I've read, but I figured for a couple of bucks it was worth picking up. It's a pretty rare thing. I've never seen one before, so I took a chance to get it. There's John Paul Jones on the back from Led Zeppelin, and Jimmy Page is also on this soundtrack as well as the man J.A. himself, one of my all-time favorites. A future installment is coming on that, probably multiple. So that was it. That was just a little quick recap of what I bought today. The leftover day, as I like to call it, from Record Store Day. The Chicago one I thought about getting, but that was probably grossly overpriced. There wasn't too many others that really caught my attention, but those two, the Elton one was the one I really wanted to get, which I'm glad I did. And that's going to just do it for this. I am happy to say that my next traditional episode of Andy's Music Vault will be up probably by next weekend. It's going to be a two-parter, and it's going to be on Bob Dylan. And the first part is going to be me with one of my very good friends who's seen Bob Dylan in concert over 50 times since 1978, the Street Legal Tour. He kind of introduced me and kind of got me into Dylan back when the pandemic started. But I'll get into all that when I record that and post that for next week. And then part two of the Bob Dylan installment will be with Dylan Seavey, who those of you that follow Two Legs know that he is a friend of ours and does the music for our show and a really good musician in his own right. And he is another just Bob Dylan aficionado. It's his namesake, and I thought no better person to have on than Dylan, and also my other friend Bob, which is funny. The two guests I'm having, one guy's name is Bob, and the other guy's name is Dylan. So it's pretty appropriate to have both of those individuals on these two installments when I record these and post them. So they'll be up and in due time. So thanks for checking out the channel again, and thanks for supporting Two Legs, and we'll see you on the next installment of Andy's Music Vault. Later.